Hey everybody, Noble Comics here with COMICSGATE Cage Match Episode 3. If you guys have seen the other two, you kind of know how this works. It's a matchup between COMICSGATE characters who would win. These two, this is going to be sort of the first one where I have to stipulate I have not read any of the Graveyard Shift books, because this is Cyberfrog, Ethan Van Sciver's property, versus VLAD BLUD, that's Universe. Now, I have not read any of it. I know that I'm lacking on information because they give out trading cards that will give you like the height, the weight, the power levels of their characters, and I have not seen them. So I'm going off of the little that I know, but that's kind of what I say going into these. I'm making some assumptions and going off the little that I know, because right now there's only 2 books out for Graveyard Shift anyways, so I'm working with what I've got. I think it's accurate, but if I'm wrong with any of this stuff, you guys will surely let me know, and definitely let me know what other fights you guys would like to see down in the comments. But with that out of the way, that disclaimer, hopefully you guys are still watching for my opinion on it now. Let's see what we got. So first off, as always, let's see here. We've got the arena. Now this is based on Coliseum. This is 600 feet by 500 feet. Each of these black X's represents a stone column that they can use for cover. A pool of water in the center, torches lining each side, and the top is uncovered for anyone with the power of flight, though that shouldn't come into play here. And let me see, I think that's it. One spawns on each side, they recognize each other as enemies, and then they start fighting. So let's get down to breaking down the characters, abilities, and whatnot. Starting first, Cyberfrog. According to the Cyberfrog wiki, he is 5'6", 200 pounds, and then getting into his abilities, this is from basically his entire run so far. You see some of the older styles even in the drawings. That he's got, of course, the long tongue, which he uses to grab enemies. And I think at one point in the older comics, he'd even leave a bomb behind. Whenever he would grab you, he'd leave a bomb behind from where his tongue stuck to you. Strength, obviously he's a cybernetically enhanced being. Strength, speed, durability, and I've got here the car bomb, because in Cyberfrog Blood Honey, the most recent one to date, we see 2 trucks rushing at each other. Cyberfrog is on the front of one, and he tries to stop the other one. He sticks his hand out to stop the other truck. He cannot do it. There is a large explosion, and he is cast to the bottom of the river, where he later wakes up, was it 20-30 years later? So we know that's sort of max durability for regular Cyberfrog, is that explosion of 2 vehicles hitting each other. And his main advantage is his Chelsin weaponry, that's his mother, and they have like a link together. And when that link is activated, when he's online, he can get a bunch of weaponry, fire cannon, lasers, and in the older books we see he's like 2 big old knives that come out of his hands. And here's, let me take a picture of this from the book. You can see that when he is online, you can see there a lot of armor, huge gun on his hand. You see him shoot a fire cannon and obliterate a tree. So a lot more weaponry. We haven't seen the extent of how powerful that is, so I'm just going to have to make guesses based on how it looks, basically. But that's what we know so far. Base form, fights regular people, crushes the Vespis, usually with 1 hit, stomp on them or punch them, punch their head off. But then in his upgraded form, much more powerful. Now next, to VLAD BLUD. Again, I know there are like official heights for these guys on the trading cards. I do not have them. So I'm just kind of guessing here that he's about 6'2". He seems to be pretty tall, about 200 pounds, muscular, vampire physiology. So that would come with increased strength, increased speed, increased durability. Don't know if he has the same vampire weaknesses or not, but I guess that won't come into play too bad here, because Cyberfrog's not a vampire hunter. We know he's got durability. We see in one image, I don't have it here unfortunately. Bullets bouncing off of Vlad's skin. Bullets bouncing off his skin. You know, he's got these two ray guns, standard, as well as just his general strength martial arts abilities. I have another image here. Sorry for these low quality images, just trying to pull them off of campaigns. But you can see him blowing through one werewolf, choking another werewolf out. There's more dead ones all the way behind him. So we know he's just sort of a one-man army when it comes to these beasts. And I think this is a good image to gauge strength as well as just combat prowess. Because, like I mentioned in the Salamandroid video, Cyberfrog is fighting basically mindless Hornet drones that can be squashed in one hit. Versus Vlad to be able to take out, an army of werewolves, which are much stronger, more sentient, vicious beings. I don't know, it's impressive. Especially this gun we can see is tearing right through werewolves, which just being able to subdue one with one arm. Obviously very strong. Very powerful. Like I said, I don't have the book with me, so I can't point out specific stuff from the comics. All I've got to go off is the images and what I could find online. So that's what I got for Vlad. So, two of these characters, Cyberfrog versus Vlad. How do I think it would play out? So I think it starts off, they see each other as enemies. And how the fight starts, I definitely would say Cyberfrog has an agility advantage over Vlad. He could cover the distance to Vlad to where I don't know how effective his guns would be. Now there is, like I said, some cover. Cyberfrog seems to be quite nimble, frog-like. So I'm not sure if Vlad could land hits on him with his pistols, maybe, but maybe not. I'm going to work with the assumption that Cyberfrog can close the distance. Now, if they get in close, combat advantage I still think goes to Vlad, because, like we said, he could just subdue a werewolf with one hand versus what we've seen Cyberfrog be able to do on the pages. Not that level of strength. And I think if Vlad got his hands around Cyberfrog, laid into him a little bit, we're talking about a werewolf killing, space vampire. I would imagine that he can do more damage than, two trucks exploding, which is what took Cyberfrog out of commission. So, I think in a straight fight versus base Cyberfrog versus Vlad, Vlad takes it 100%. The only problem is, Cyberfrog has like a Super Saiyan anime transformation where he goes from regular Cyberfrog to the Chelsin armored Cyberfrog. And that's where I think Cyberfrog takes the advantage. Now I know we haven't seen the advanced suit in use yet, and I did back Graveyard Shift 3. I got all 3 books, I believe, whatever tier that was, so I'll have those books coming in. And hopefully in this next book, Cyberfrog book that I'm waiting on too, we'll be able to see that upgraded form. So I might have to come back and do an update rematch of these two once I get more information. But what it seems like now is if Cyberfrog is in that upgraded suit, where he's covered in armor from head to toe, giant laser cannon on one arm, giant flamethrower on the other, the versatility of weaponry just, I think, could overpower Vlad, because he originally had a range advantage, but it would go away. And he's not just dealing with fists or tongues or anything like that. It's lasers, rockets, flames. And I'm not sure that he could take it all, because we're working on the assumption that this upgraded mode is the ultimate, most superior, overpowered Cyberfrog mode that he would need to stop the entire army of Vespas. And I think that level of power would surpass the base level of Vlad's power. Now, I don't know, maybe Vlad can turn into a bigger, more powerful vampire, Skyrim style. And if he can, I don't know. And that's another issue. But if we're saying base, what I know right now, base Vlad versus base Cyberfrog, Vlad would win. Base Vlad versus upgraded Cyberfrog, I think Cyberfrog's got the advantage. I think he gets the defense and the firepower necessary to contend and ultimately have the advantage. But versatility as well as just general firepower based on what we've seen. Now, just regular strength and durability, maybe Vlad still has that advantage on just pure strength and durability, but we're talking about agility, we're talking about range of weaponry, and different types of weaponry that Cyberfrog would get in that upgraded mode, plus an increase in durability and attack. I don't see Vlad being able to keep up, being able to be agile enough to dodge it all. So, this is the most controversial thing I've done, mainly because I don't know if it's true or not. Because I haven't read these books. But, I would have to say that Cyberfrog with his enhancements would win. Again, once I get these books, I can do like a rematch if necessary, and I can go over it. But right now, I think Cyberfrog takes the W and would beat Vlad if he gets his upgrades from his mother. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any fights you would want to see, leave them down in the comments, and I'll be sure to take a look at it. I'll remember to subscribe and all that. And be sure to check out the store, noblecomicspublishing.com. We've got Noble Comics logo shirts, hoodies, mugs, and the Cardinal Colton Punishment shirts and everything like that. Definitely check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.